Porpoising has been plaguing teams up and down the grid, but Ferrari and Red Bull seem to have found a secret solution that's helping them go fast. Both teams started the 2022 season strongly, while the rest of the grid struggled with porpoising. The secret solutions they both came up with were on show at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, but they actually went in different directions when solving the porpoising problem. As teams try to get the most out of the new regulations, it's Ferrari and Red Bull who are leading the charge. Let's find out why. The pre-season testing for 2022 was one of the most uncomfortable for drivers in recent memory. Cars were seen bouncing along at incredibly high speeds as the teams got to grips with the new ground effect flaws. The bouncing or porpoising was caused by air no longer being able to get under the floor of the car at high speeds. The floor then stops creating downforce, so the car pops up on its suspension before instantly sucking itself back down as the air flows back under the car. Lance Stroll admitted that it rattles your brain quite a bit, but it isn't just the driver's comfort that's at risk. Mercedes, for example, are one team which is surrendering a lot of the downforce that pre-season simulation tests suggested were available to them, just in order to keep the porpoising under control. If you wonder what effect porpoising was having on the car's performance, just look at how poorly Mercedes have been performing compared to the top teams. So how have Red Bull and Ferrari managed to deal with it so well? According to Greek motorsport journalist Dimitris Bizas, Red Bull has engineered a new rear suspension that can adapt to the conditions after hitting 250 km/h and cuts out the bouncing caused by porpoising. Bizas also went on to suggest that reigning world champion Max Verstappen would be the first Red Bull to debut the technology at the 2022 F1 Bahrain GP. Teammate Sergio Perez wouldn't get his until the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It looks like it might be more than just suspension that's been helping Red Bull go faster than the other teams on the grid. One way of keeping them from inducing the porpoising is simply to increase the rear ride height, but that's a very inefficient way of doing it. A better way of keeping the car away from the porpoising downforce threshold can be to run less rear wing. In that way, you also gain the benefit of lower drag. The Red Bull car appears to have a smaller surface area on its rear wing as well as its beam wing. These wings sit on top of each other at the back of the car, and the less wing you have, the less downforce you have, and the less like you are to porpoise. Red Bull have done something else to their car that Ferrari have also done. Both of them made small changes to the edge of the floor of their cars. Porpoising becomes more aggressive as the pressure differential between the underside of the car and the top of the car increases. To avoid the pressure under the car getting too low and porpoising occurring, both teams have some intricate details on the sides of the floor of their cars. These details take the form of little flaps and folds that all have one purpose: to create a vortex of air along the side of the floor that's designed to stop the underside of the car losing pressure due to air escaping. We know, this porpoising stuff gets pretty complicated, and the solving of it gets even more complicated. It's so complicated that it can't be solved with one simple fix. That's why Ferrari had to make changes elsewhere on their car as well. Like Red Bull, they made changes to their rear wing to reduce the amount of downforce it was creating. The Ferrari wing is a different design to the Red Bull one, but the changes they made were essentially the same and had the same effect. They reduced the surface area of the wing so it produced less downforce, and therefore the car didn't porpoise as much. The downside to the solution for both of the teams is their cars are producing less downforce. This means the cars have to go a little slower through the corners to avoid skidding. But when your car is suffering from porpoising, you go far slower on the straights. What Ferrari and Red Bull have done is sacrifice a little bit of speed in the corners for more speed on the straights. And so far, it looks like they've both made the right choice. Do you think the Red Bull and Ferrari's ability to find a fix for porpoising will be the deciding factor in the battle for the Constructors' title? Or will other teams be quicker once they find a more elegant solution? Let us know in the comment section below, and make sure to hit the notification button and give us a like while you're there. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.